I get asked frequently how I find places to search for gold. Well, I'm going to tell you. I go to the U.S. Geological Survey Mineral Resources Database, and I find out where there's gold mines, old abandoned gold mines in our area. And they're practically everywhere. You just have to look. And in this case, I picked one called the Bogley Mine. This is in Maryland. And you'll note that it's right in the middle of a subdivision. And it's an underground mine. I bet those people don't even know about it. But obviously I can't go there because it's a subdivision. So I look for nearby creeks and streams. And I'm looking over to the right and I see a group of trees. And I'll bet you there's a creek or stream in there because this subdivision has got to run off somewhere, the storm drains, and it looks like it probably runs in there. So I'm thinking right in that area where the arrows are pointing at, because that looks like a creek or stream. But let's confirm that. Let's go out and take a look at the LiDAR. LiDAR, or light detection and ranging, is a remote sensing technology that uses laser pulses to measure distances and create 3D models of the Earth's surface. In other words, it shows the Earth's surface without the trees and houses. On the left is the Bogley Mine, but on the right you can see that there is definitely a stream or a creek going through those trees. Now, if we zoom in a little bit, you'll see some interesting features. On the far left is the subdivision, and you can see where there's a storm drain because the creek starts in the middle of nowhere. And storm drain's good. You follow it down and you see where it merges with the creek, which is probably the storm drain from the subdivision up top as well. But looking at this, I can see with the LiDAR there's 3 hills. And you've got the creek that's going right through it, digging into it. I would look in this place for gold on the inside turns where I've got those arrows. This is an ideal place to start. But before you do anything, you must follow the golden rule. I think y'all know what that is. Get permission. Always get permission. You might be surprised. Landowners normally will give you permission because they're curious too if there's gold on their properties. And sometimes you can go on state and county property and sometimes you can't. So be sure to check your local laws and ordinances. But most important, get permission. On the lower left, you can see the storm drain, and on the upper right, you see the top of a house. I did obtain permission from the homeowner to come down here and look in the creek. This area right here, you can see it. That's a good sample. Appears to be black sand, I think. These are our sizes, smallest to largest. First things first, let's get rid of the bubbles. I'm waiting for this to get about halfway. And it's about halfway. Let's go. Make sure your material is wet when you put it in. Dry tends to just ride the top of the water. There's two little dots right there. Now I can't tell if they're gold or not. The sun's no longer shining. Hope that's gold. We'll let this run for a minute and then we'll clean it out and we'll test for sure. That little silver dot's what I'm talking about. I see a lot of black sand in there. The soap bubbles are from the surfactant. Alright, I'm going to pull this back. You guys don't have to wait for that. I'll show you what I got. Right now it's just this. It's going to take a bit. Super duper fine powder in the corner. I'll blow up on it for you. It's really hard to see. On the left side. Right there. But this is some tiny stuff. Not seeing any gold peeking out. Much better.